Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hashtag 135. I am your host, Alexis Appleby, and today I have some of our students from our SOAR program. Right in front of me, I have Kalia. Next to Kalia, I have Delaney, and next to Delaney, I have Kaven, and then Mr. Morris. I have Hunter, and I have Will. How are you guys all doing today?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, good.
All right. Hey, right. It's almost the end of the school year. So is that exciting for all you guys?
Yes, very.
I bet it's been a long year, but I'm going to tell you, you will miss these days when you get older. Oh, I remember you guys are in 6th grade. Regardless, in junior high, you'll miss it. You will miss it. But honestly, we are here to talk about the Hurricane Ian fundraiser. You guys want to tell me a little bit about that? How about you, Kalia? You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, at first, I didn't even know about it until they started talking about it. So, I was a little confused. But then when we started doing it, I was, more into it. And I really wanted to do it.
Good. And why'd you really want to do it?
Because I like helping people a lot, and raising money for the school was really helping them.
That's good. That's really good. What about you, Kaven?
Well, I knew from the start about it, and I liked it, and I wanted to help the kids that at the school and the people and the families that didn't have the money to support themselves, and I just wanted to help them.
Yeah, that's good. And Hunter, you have anything else to add to that?
Kind of like what Kaven said, but I agree with him when he said for the kids who didn't have money and they needed stuff for their, life.
Yeah, putting yourself in their position that, you would hate to be in that position, So that's what empathy is. You put yourself in someone else's position and you just kind of, go through what they're feeling. And for, to have your home completely gone, these kids were living on the streets with no, some of them probably no food and water, maybe a couple days, you never know. And then they weren't going to school. See, look how blessed you guys are to have your school still standing, even though some days you probably don't want to go there, but but at least it was still standing. So that is quite the blessing. And then how about Will and Delaney? Did you guys want to add anything to it? Not yet. We'll come back to you guys. And then have you guys spoke to the other students?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Yeah.
So when do we get to deliver the money, or how is that being done?
We're going to send a check this week.
Oh, okay.
I just got the check today.
Awesome.
And these guys, we're going to write some notes to them. I've been in touch with their school by phone. We haven't arranged a video conference yet.
Okay.
Hopefully we can make that work. But they're in the middle of trying to determine damages still,
Right.
and make preparations for repairs over the summer.
Yeah.
They still have parts of the school they can't use.
Yeah.
And they still have a lot of kids who are homeless, living in shelters or tents, RVs,
Right.
scattered around the community. So they have a lot going on.
Yeah.
And our hope is we'll still get a chance to do some kind of a video conference with some of their 6th graders.
Yeah, I bet they'd really appreciate that too, just to see, you guys who are sacrificing, some time and money to help raise, necessities for them. And it'll give you guys a good, look into what they're going through as well. And how much did we raise again? Kaven?
Raised $313.01.
Oh, what? And the 1 penny. All right. Did somebody throw that in at the last minute? That's really good, though. And then, so that came from each not each building, each classroom, right? We had a container at the teacher's desk, and then kids would come in and donate change and everything. Good. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, and can you guys remind me how to say the name of the school? I know it's down in Rotunda, right, Florida? Okay, what's the name of the school again? Hunter, what's the name of the school?
L.A. Anger.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I keep wanting to call it something else, so I want to make sure I say the right name. And then what was the principal's name that you had the relationship with?
Bruce Foreman.
Is that who you've been on the phone with?
Yes, with him and, of course, the secretaries, a few of the secretaries. Every time that we call to try to coordinate some things, the people there are always so gracious. They can't believe that we don't know anyone there, and we just decided to send some money to them.
Right.
So my last conversation was a week ago to make sure we had the right address and everything, and they still are cleaning up, as I mentioned earlier, and
Right.
just so appreciative of what these guys have done.
Yeah. And I mean, even if the tables were turned, we'd probably feel the same way, that there's these people, I mean, hundreds of miles away that want to donate money to us. That just speaks volumes about the character of you guys. That's part of this program that you guys are in. Like, you guys are SOAR students. So we're going to hold you guys to a higher standard. And I just think you guys are doing a good job. Mr. Morris is doing a good job.
Well, I just coordinate the effort of these guys.
Right. And they
run with it and come up with ideas, and then we make
Good.
it happen.
yeah, that's great.
Now, they did get to go to one of the local banks and take all that change there. I'll let them tell you about that.
Yeah, who wants to talk about it? Yeah, Kalia, I think it's you.
Okay, so when we went to the bank, they basically showed us around and stuff, and they let us put the change into these machine things, and then they separated all the like quarters, pennies, dimes, and all that into separate tubes. Then it counted all the change for you and told you how much total you had. And then after we got all the bags in, we counted all them together, and then we counted the money together. And then after we were done with that, they just showed us around the whole bank.
That's cool. And now back in the day, they used to have to count everything by hand. You know how long that would take?
That would
That would be your job, just counting money all day long, penny by penny, quarter by quarter.
nope, I can't do that.
Without a computer, so you'd have to write it down and tally it just to make sure you stayed on track.
Oh no.
Right?
Do you guys want to tell which bank?
Oh yeah, which bank?
We went to People's National Bank.
Right down the road? Yep, that's where I like to stop at too. We've got a pretty good relationship with that bank down the road. And then, is anybody interested in working in a bank after seeing? No, nobody wants to count any money.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, was there anything else you guys want to add about the fundraiser? Let everybody know.
It was fun.
It was a fundraiser. And then maybe this is something else that you guys can do next year, maybe for another school or something else. Do you guys have any plans for the next year?
We'll make this. I'm trying to make this a part of every sixth grade SOAR class. So
Okay.
we choose some type of fundraiser.
Okay.
Last year we did the World Food Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And raised
Gotcha.
$1,000, and we sent that to help feed the Ukrainian refugees.
Awesome. That's great.
And that one we were able to partner with the Centralia High School
Okay.
with their Acts of Random Kindness Club.
Gotcha. Okay.
And they contributed some money to that. So we sent about a little over $1,000, I think almost $1,200
That's great.
off to the World Kitchen. And then I'm sure they fed several hundred people and welcomed any donation that we were able to send.
Definitely.
So we'll see what comes up next year, what we choose.
Okay.
It'll kind of depend on where there's sad to say, but wherever there's some kind of tragedy going on or
Right.
somebody that can use some help, and whether it's a couple $100 or $1,000 or maybe potentially more, we'll have to wait and see.
So what happens with 7th grade SOAR students then? So is there a difference?
The 7th grade SOAR, we focus on our in-school recycling program in the middle
Okay.
school and the junior high, and they are some of the Earth Day presenters at the Carlisle Lake Earth Day celebration.
Great.
So the 7th grade this year, we were at Earth Day on Friday, and they did 5 presentations to about 250 students.
Impressive. That's awesome.
And then they'll be visiting the 6th grade science classroom and repeating their Earth Day celebration with all the 6th grade science students to talk about recycling and waste and composting, those kinds of things.
Gotcha.
So every year there's kind of a different focus with each grade in SOAR.
Gotcha. Okay. So are you guys excited for SOAR next year too?
Yeah.
Good. Hunter, did you want to say something? Oh, it looked like you were wanting to grab that mic to say something. And is that the same with like the 8th grade? What was the focus for 8th grade this year?
A big focus for 8th grade, we attend the Centralia Chamber of Commerce luncheons.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Each month or almost every month. So we focus on career awareness, networking, social skills, manners when we go out to eat lunch there.
Okay.
A lot of, it surprises me, but a lot of the students haven't been to certain restaurants, and I've had 1 or 2 students who have never been out to eat at a nice restaurant other than a fast food or a pizza joint.
Okay.
So we've been to luncheons at Castle Ridge, at Jerry's, Best Western, where we were hosted, provided lunch by, at that time, one of the other restaurants. I forget which one now. They're out of business. One of the Italian restaurants.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it rotates through different businesses each month, and we hear a different presenter. So the chamber director spoke 2 weeks ago with the 8th grade and all the other guests. So chamber members are there, and the kids get a chance to network and
That's good.
visit. And they also worked as study buddies with some of the 5th grade math classes.
Oh, okay.
So that's built in, and then they went to Schiller School on Earth Day and did a Schiller School
I got
Earth
to
Day
see some of
activity.
them. Yep.
And they ran the stations. They do the dances. They help plan some of the dances and decorate for the junior high dances.
Okay.
And there's talk of us potentially going to the pre-K, our pre-K here,
Okay.
and doing something. Hunter just mentioned that today, that his mom has invited us to come over and do that. So I'm not sure what year we'll fit that in, but we have a different focus each year, so it kind of progresses, and there's some overlap on some of the field trips that we might do.
Right.
In fact, tomorrow, these guys in 6th grade and 7th grade, we're going to Cahokia
Oh, okay. What's
to
going
visit the old Cahokia
on there? The mounds.
courthouse.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we're doing 2 historic sites there.
Okay.
The courthouse, which dates back to about 1770,
Oh, okay.
and then a mansion, the Jarrett Mansion,
Okay.
which dates around the end of the 1700s as well.
Great. And who's all going? Is that
All of the 6th grade SOAR
all
and the
right.
7th grade SOAR.
all right? So you guys are excited about that tomorrow? Yeah. Well, thank you for explaining all of that. That kind of enlightens all of us who are listening to what each grade level is, what their focus is on. And I know it changes, but still, kind of nice to see what you guys are up to. But you guys have anything else to add?
Have a good day.
Delaney, you sure you don't want to speak? Will? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and I appreciate everybody that's listening today. If you see these students around, tell them what a good job they're doing. I mean, these guys, you're making an impact, and you're showing your other classmates, hey, donate some of your time, some of your money to people less fortunate, because there's always someone going through something worse than you. So thank you once again for listening, and we'll see you next time on #135.